Hi everyone, welcome on board to helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact. This is getting serious. There are indications that shows that more hurdles lie ahead for the immediate past national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Oshiomole, also former governor of Edo State. This is because the Edo State government has not given up on its resolve to prosecute Oshiomole and make him face the full wrath of the law if convicted by the court. Oshiomole risks going to jail among other penalties if found guilty of the indictment made against him and some other people that worked under him as governor of Edo State. If you could recall that Governor Godwin Obaseki had set up a judicial commission of inquiry, JCI, to probe Oshiomole's administration. The commission was headed by Justice James Oyemire, retired, which investigated the construction of the Edo Specialist Hospital and the supply of equipment for the hospital during the Oshiomole's tenure. This Edo State Specialist Hospital has been a bone of contention. Oshiomole is said to have invested or pumped in a lot of money, and of course you know that many projects in Nigeria are bogus. The amount of money that they allocate for such projects are 5 times or 20 times the amount that it's supposed to be allocated for such. And when you look at the structure and you look at everything that's been supplied, you realize that many of the supplies are also still coming from either the friends of the governor or that politician. So it's still the same thing. They take off money, cut out the money that is for themselves, and the money itself, they still use the money to kind of connect some Chinese company. At the end of the day, they bring in substandard products in Edo State Specialist Hospital. If you've ever been there and you have been treated and you see top-notch medical services, please come to the comment section below. After the investigation, the commission made its findings known and made some recommendations for the state government. Most importantly, the commission indicted Oshiomole's administration for violating the state public procurement law. The JCI made 8 recommendations contained in a paper made public by the Edo State government based on the report of the commission. The commission also recommended that the Edo State Ministry of Justice should take civil and criminal actions against those indicted for breaching the procurement law. Earlier in May 2020, this year, the commission led by Oyemire, during the presentation of its report, explained how the breach was done by Oshiomole's administration. Oyemire had stated that the procurement law clearly states that any contractor working on a government project should not receive more than 25% upfront payment upon contract award. Simply put, if the project is for 100 million, the contractor is going to take 25% out of the 100 million, which Oshiomole's administration allegedly contravened. They use the word allegedly because it has to be proven in the court of law, but we know that that is how this game is played. Oyemire then revealed that the immediate past administration of Oshiomole also paid 75% of the contract sum upfront for the project to Vermeet Engineering, which obviously violated the state procurement law. So 75% of the cash went upfront for that structure. After receiving the report, Obaseki had promised that his government will prosecute those found culpable and make them account for their actions, no matter how highly placed they are, no matter their status, no matter their religious views and all of that, no matter their standing in the party. He added that his government has been putting in the right measures and that there are government resources that needed to be recovered for some people. Obaseki assured that his government will not hesitate to ask those culpable to return those resources back to the state government. If you look at the Edo State Specialist Hospital, if you are an estate agent, if you are someone that is asked to appraise, do some appraisals and look and kind of check the value of all the equipment that have been brought in there, and also look at the quality of it, and also look at the structure, plus or minus, how much do you think that Edo State Specialist Hospital will cost? This is a very important question. I think there are people in Edo State, people that are vast in estate management, people that understand how much medical equipment are sold, and you must have seen pictures or you must have been there yourself. How much do you think that hospital cost? That is a very important one for us to be able to look at these things squarely. He said that the people that are involved in this will be prosecuted, that those indicted in line with the recommendations of the commission will be dealt with. And of course, the top man of this is Oshiomole. It was during his watch. In fact, he awarded that. He took pictures with Buhari. He did a lot. Consequently, the Edo State government seemed to have taken steps to do as it promised, but there was a hurdle somehow in its way. What really happened? When it became obvious that Oshiomole could be arrested by the Edo State government, he approached the Federal High Court, Abuja, and got a court order to stop his arrest. Is this acceptable? Let us continue. Justice Ahmed Mohammed on June 17, 2020, reaffirmed a restraining order which he earlier issued on June 1st, 2020, stopping parties in the suit from acting on the report, although the Edo State government is challenging the jurisdiction of the court to hear the case. Meanwhile, the Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday adjourned till 8th July to hear the suit filed by Oshiomole to stop his possible arrest over an indictment in which the white paper issued by the Edo State government, of course, the adjournment was to allow all parties to be duly served with the processes before the proceedings would commence. Oshiomole started jittering. He knows that this journey is a journey of do or die. He knows that he is the arch enemy at the moment of Obaseki, of course, as regards politics. Anyway, but you know, they often say that permanent friendship is a no-no, but interest, yes. The respondent in the case include the Edo State government. Governor Godwin Obaseki is the respondent, while the defendant is Oshiomole. The Inspector General of Police and the Department of State Services. It was reported that all the respondents had filed separate notices of preliminary objection challenging the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court Abuja to hear the suit. The matter will come up on July 8, where the preliminary objections challenging its jurisdiction to hear the suit will be decided. The issue of whether the Federal High Court Abuja has a jurisdiction to hear this case is at stake because the incident took place in Edo State. That will be decided by the court when it resumes. But the main business is the main case which will border on the indictment itself. Oshiomole and the defendant and his affected officials during his tenure will also have to disprove the indictment made against them by the commission. Since Oshiomole was the governor then, he is the main man in this case. Every other person acted in line with giving directives to them. So they can simply say, we acted according to the instruction of our principal, of our boss, and that's it. They were simply working under instructions. So Oshiomole will first have to prove his innocence as regards the money, allocation 75% that went off and what happened, or risk jail terms and maybe other penalties if he's found guilty of the indictment. So this is still between Oshiomole and Obaseki, and woe betides Oshiomole if Obaseki through PDP via PDP becomes governor of Edo State. There will be all-out war. Oshiomole will have to escape, or Edo State will be a total mess, bloodshed here and there. So it's a terrible thing. I don't know what your take is as regards this. If you are from Edo State, what's your opinion as regards all that is happening here? What's happening between both of them? Obaseki had lamented that the people who have the opportunity of rebuilding the system took further steps in destroying the already weakened system in Edo State. He vowed to ensure that such people are brought to book. Despite all odds and political twists, it may be given this case will determine Obaseki's resolve to recover the state's funds and ensure that those found culpable are made to face the full wrath of the law. It is left for those indicted to prove their innocence and then go freely. But if they are found guilty at the end of the day, then they will face the full wrath of the law. What are your thoughts as regards this? Drop it in the comment section below. If you are from Edo State or you are someone that has been following the politics of Nigeria and you have one or two opinions as regards everything in Nigeria in general, and of course Edo State, which is the center of this analysis. What is your take? Do you think that man is so unjust? Your worst enemy could be your best friend. Your best friend could be your worst enemy. Those are the lyrics of a great man. So, what's your take? Do you think Oshiomole should end up in jail? Or do you think Obaseki is stepping too far? Governance, where our lives revolve around it and a lot of things happen. So what's your opinion? Drop it in the comment section below.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.